Good morning. I'm Eileen Doherty, Executive Director of the Colorado Gerontological Society. As the director of the society, a nonprofit organization, older adults often tell us they didn't know about many programs, services, and benefits for which they are eligible. One of our main goals with this radio program, Senior Answers, in partnership with Legends Radio, is to share information and help you take advantage of these programs. Today, we're going to talk about the Qualified Care Worker Tax Credit. We covered this topic several months ago, but because so many older adults provide daycare and other services to grandchildren, we have asked the Lieutenant Governor, Dianne Primavera, to join us today and share some more insights into this important tax credit. We also are concerned about raising awareness of the program, knowing that if you are an older adult taking care of grandchildren and you do not usually file income tax, you might lose your opportunity to claim this tax credit. As I said, today we have Lieutenant Governor Dianne Primavera with us. She is a mother and a grandmother and will help us to understand why this program is important to family members who take care of small children. Welcome, Lieutenant Governor Primavera.
Well, thank you.
So let's go ahead and get started. Tell me a little bit about this Direct Care Worker Tax Credit program for family, friends, and neighbors.
All right. Well, thanks for the question. The Care Worker Tax Credit covers both child care workers and direct care workers. But what a lot of people don't know about this is that family, friends, and neighbors, also known as FFN caregivers, are eligible for the credit also. So it means that the incredible work that grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, and friends do every single day caring for children can make you eligible to receive this credit. So FFN caregivers and child care workers at licensed programs who provide care for at least 720 hours per year for children who are 5 years of age or younger can receive up to $1,200. So, at its core, this credit is our way of supporting caregivers who've always been the backbone of our communities, but they're not always recognized for their work. So it says, we see you, we value what you're doing, and can save Coloradoans real money.
And that's really wonderful. How will the state income tax credit help families raising small children and providing daycare for them?
Well, first of all, I think we all know that child care is one of the biggest expenses that Colorado's families face. So this credit puts real money back in the pockets of people doing the care work. So that could be, they could buy more groceries, they could get help with utilities, or cover just some unexpected expenses that come up. It also helps stabilize our care workforce, because when we support caregivers financially, they can continue doing this essential work. And because this credit isn't just for licensed child care programs, family members, neighbors, and friends who are regularly caring for young children also can receive real money to help with their lives, too.
And one of the things that I'm always amazed about it, as I have read about and learned about this program, is that for some of our older adults, this could be a month or two or even more of like rent. So it's really, really important in helping people. Who is eligible for the program?
Okay, so basically there's three main groups that qualify: child care workers, family, friend, and neighbor caregivers, and direct care workers. So individuals from these groups who provide over 720 hours of annual child care for children 5 years or younger may be eligible for this credit. And child care workers who provide care as an employee or an operator of a licensed child care center or a preschool or a family child care home with a Colorado Shines rating level 1 to 5 are eligible. And we can explain what Colorado Shines is. But informal family, friend, or neighbor, so that's where the FFN comes in. Child care workers who provide care for children other than their own are eligible. Our family, friend, and neighbor child care workers have to complete a care worker tax credit form of proof in the Colorado Shines Professional Development Information System. And we have to have an acronym, so that's PDIS, to be eligible. So I'll say that again. they have to complete a care worker tax credit form of proof in the Colorado Shines Professional Development Information System, or PDIS, to be eligible. And that can be found on the Colorado Department of Early Childhood's website. And direct care workers who provide hands-on care and services to Coloradoans receiving long-term care with eligible employers or through consumer-directed care. So care workers must be Colorado residents and earn under $75,000 if filing single, or $100,000 if filing jointly.
And that really is a large group of the people who are providing care these days to older adults as well as to children.
Right.
One of the things that I and we at the Colorado Gerontological Society are always concerned about is a lot of older workers do not have to file taxes because Social Security is their only source of income, so they don't really file. Can those individuals take advantage of this tax credit?
You know, Eileen, that's a really important question, and I'm really glad that you asked it because I don't want grandparents and older caregivers to miss out on this. So to claim the credit, you have to file an income tax return. Please know that it's okay for you to file, even if you don't have a tax obligation, and you can file your state return without having to file a federal return. So the credit is really just like cash. If you don't owe money on your taxes, you will still get the money from this credit. So there are several ways to do this, including filing for free at Revenue Online, and I will give you a website, and I'll say it a couple of times. It's www.colorado.gov, which is G-O-V, /Revenue Online, and that's spelled REVENUEONLINE /. And for people that don't have computers, there's a taxpayer help hotline, and that's 303-238-7378. And again, that's 303-238-7378, or the website www.colorado.gov /Revenue Online /. And I know the taxpayer helpline right now is really busy, as we probably can imagine, so grab a cup of coffee and sit, and if you have to wait on hold, I think it's worth it. And then there are taxpayer service representatives available except on state holidays. So that's Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And then you can also use a third-party tax preparation service like AARP. And there's an AARP site locator tool, or if you just call 211, you can find nearby sites that way. But the Colorado TCE Counseling for the Elderly programs, they provide free tax preparation and help for people making $69,000 or less. And you can make an appointment to prepare your taxes together with an IRS-certified volunteer. So, again, the best way to connect to that is to call the 211 number to get connected with an IRS-certified volunteer. So, if a person wants to claim this credit and file by April 15th, be sure to claim the Tabor sales tax refund, which could add up to an additional $118 on your return, and the tax preparers should understand that as well.
And the other thing I would like to actually add to your comments is that the Department of Revenue has indicated that even though most of us think of the fact that we have to file our taxes by April 15th, we can actually file for this credit until October 15th of 2026. So if you really don't want to sit on hold on all those taxpayer telephone numbers, wait until April the 20th or May the 1st, and the rush probably will be a little less, and the wait may be a little bit long, and you'll still get that tax credit in a pretty timely fashion.
Great.
So for people to basically get started, if you will follow these relatively complicated instructions, then you can claim this tax credit. And my other sort of wish to our listeners is, even if you yourself are not eligible for this, but you know that a neighbor or someone at church or someone across town in your whatever social group that you might be involved with is taking care of their grandkids, please, please, please let them know about this, because we're working really, really hard to let people know. Additionally, I want to mention that this program was funded by the legislature for 2025 tax year, 2026 tax year, and the 2027 tax year. So you can, if you're taking care of small children, you can know that it will be available next year should the children meet the age requirement, as well as the year after. Do you have any other comments that you would like to share with us, Lieutenant Governor?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. 720 hours is over the course of the year. So, if you really want to look at that, it sounds like a big number, but it's really about 14 hours a week for a full year. Or, you can think of it like watching your grandchildren 2 full days a week while their parents work, and you're probably already meeting the threshold. So even though it sounds like a big number, I think, it's something that people can meet. And then also, Eileen, if care workers who've already filed their 2025 tax returns, they can still receive the credit by filing an amended return with the Colorado Department of Revenue, and the tax preparers should be able to help people do that. So
there's lots of ways that you can claim this. Please take advantage of it. We have also at the Society posted step-by-step instructions using the information that's available at the Department of Revenue with a PowerPoint at our YouTube channel. So if you just do Colorado Gerontological Society YouTube, that should come up, and hopefully that will be helpful as well. While we recognize that you may not be eligible for this tax credit, we want to encourage you to let other family members know, as we said. Additionally, if you are over the age of 65 and you have less than $19,100 in income, you could also qualify for the PTC 104, and you can qualify for both of these tax credits. And if you did not apply for the 2024 senior housing income tax credit that many of you took advantage of in 25, if you took advantage of it in 25, you can't apply again. But if you didn't, then you can apply in 2026. So again, call the Department of Revenue and get all of the information to take advantage of these. Thank you, Diana, for being with us. And I look forward to continuing to work with you.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, please visit our website at senioranswers.org or call 303-333-3482. And again, that number is 303-333-3482. And a big thank you to Legends Radio for supporting this program to bring information to older adults in Colorado.